All right. How we doing today? So today, what I'm going to talk about, what I want to talk about, is you know, being fit over 40. I am currently 45 right now, and as you can see, I am dealing with some gynecomastia issues. So I used to be really in shape. I'm gonna get those pictures posted on my profile and kind of show you the timeline so you'll be able to see I was in shape, and oh man, I started going through a depression. And most of that depression really just comes from being an over-the-road truck driver. That particular lifestyle of living out your truck, no social life, no friends. I'm from Florida. I'm way out here in Texas, oil field, over the road, barely going home. Because if you ever been an owner operator, you already know. And then I did the Kiss of Death, which was the older model truck, which is pretty much like kissing the devil. I tell anybody, you really want to meet the devil in person, buy a high mileage used truck. You ain't got to go to hell to meet the devil. You can meet him right here on earth. But so I ended up getting out of shape, and over that. So 2015, I was totally in shape. 2016 is when I slowly started to gain the weight. And that's when I saw the man boobs. But the thing about it is I didn't know that eventually, when they were that small, that they were going to end up like this. So if I would have knew that, I would have tried my best to try to get on it right then. But I didn't. Here we are now. A long journey, self-esteem. I learned a lot about myself as a person, and even though I am in the process of getting them removed, they should be gone in about 2 months. I always ask myself, if I had to get them, if I had to go with having them or without having them, what would I do? And based off where my life is about to go, I think I would have them. Simply so because I've pretty much almost been in purgatory the past 11 years because having these. Very low self-esteem, low self-confidence. That's on top of all the other things that I've been dealing with. This right here just added a whole nother layer on top of what I was already dealing with. So the reason why I would say, and y'all probably like, well, that don't make sense. Why would you want to add more psychological pressure to what you already have going on? But it's the same concept. How did I get this? Heavyweight. That's how I lift. My lifting style is pretty much 5x5, 5x8, no higher than 8 reps. 4 to 8 reps heavy. And man, my body responds very well to low rep heavy weight. I've got in the gym to like I said, if you see those pictures, you're gonna see I got all the way up to 240, and I was able to get back to where I'm at. I stuck with the same formula. I did not switch up. 5x5 heavy weight, and I'm in the gym seeing guys that's in there, and 4-5 months I'm past some guys. I know some people gonna say genetics. I mean, could be. I'm not gonna debate that because we all know genetics is probably somewhere between probably 30 to 40% of your weightlifting, and then of course your sleep, then your diet and everything else. But the main topic is really just being fit over 40, and why it's so important to be fit over 40, especially if you're a single man. Like me, I'm 40, single, no kids, not looking for nothing no time soon. Unicorn will have to come and y'all I mean, good luck in the United States finding a unicorn, but that's a whole nother subject. But being fit as a man over 40, I mean, it's pretty much like having a Rolls Royce, man. A Lambo. I would say in your 40s, it's like the higher you go in age, the higher premium the car goes. So, like for 40s, we could say, Lamborghini, Ferrari, 50s, maybe we get into like, the Rolls Royce. And then if you 60 with muscle mass, if you mid 50s on up, yeah, you like Bugatti, the cars that's pretty much up there $1 million, because you've kept yourself in shape. The older you get with the stress, it's harder, lifestyle demands. And like with me, I'm a trucker, don't have any kids or anything like that. So from a lifestyle standpoint, do I have the time to put in? Yes. But at the same time, I work nights, and my circadian rhythm does not like nights at all. So I typically go into work anywhere between 1 and 2:30 in the morning, get off anywhere between 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then get off work, come home, sleep 2 to 3 hours, get up, do the things like I'm doing right now, record my videos, work out, and then I try to force myself to go to sleep. I get back into bed about 9, but I typically don't even go to bed at 10, 10:30. And then I might, because of my insomnia, I may get an hour and a half, if I'm lucky, sleep. So you probably think I'm averaging, if I'm lucky, 4 hours of sleep a day. So look what type of gains I'm leaving, and look what I've been able to build with shitty sleep, about 4 hours a day, except for weekends. Weekends I'm off. So weekends I am able to get that, that 7, that 6 to 8, Saturday and Sunday. But that's only 2 days out of the week. So 4 hours, so the 4 hours during the weekday, as you see, that's broken sleep. But yet, look what I've been able to build. So what just shows you fellas, like, there's so much rhetoric on building muscle online, and I can't wait to tackle you can't build muscle while drinking alcohol. Now, is drinking alcohol and lifting weights optimal? That's the key word. If people would say, hey man, it's not optimal, I would be like, you're probably right. It's not optimal. You're probably leaving gains on the table. But to simply say you cannot build muscle while drinking alcohol is a complete lie. And I got the receipts to prove it. I got the receipts to prove it. I got all the footage, because I've been working out. I'm always constantly recording myself. The liquor store that I go to is right around the corner. And I got the tags. I got my bank statements to show how often I was going to the liquor store. So when I get ready to prove that point, I'm going to show receipts. And like I said, it's not like a bragging thing. And like, it's just more so people. I hate when people speak on things they have not done. So let's just say 99.9% of people who say that, they're either regurgitating that or just some doctor who read in some book that you can't build muscle while drinking alcohol. And yet, I just did it. Natural. I don't take I take some creatine. That's about it. I just live heavy. But my diet, though, you gotta understand. You say, okay, well, if you were doing that Fit with Jay, how's your diet? Mostly just protein. I cut carbs out. So most of the time when I ate carbs, most of the carbs is really just in my coffee. A lot of sugar, creamer, and then I just ate meat. At first I started off with vegetables, but then I even took vegetables out. So basically my diet was just primarily meat. So you're like, oh, okay. The guy's lifting 6 days a week, hour and a half. He's in a calorie deficit, even though he's drinking every day, because I was drinking every day, lifting heavy, still building muscle. So long as you are in a calorie deficit. Now granted, I wasn't getting drunk. So let me when I say I was drinking every day, I would say the equivalent of 6 shots. So the equivalent of 6 shots plus chaser. Sometimes I would have chaser with sugar. Sometimes I would have Red Bull sugar-free. So that's another thing I'm just going into. But yeah, that's something I'm gonna end up going in. But the main thing is really just about how amazing it feels to be fit over 40. A lot of you men should strive to be fit over 40. You know, with Fit with Jay, man. See, y'all just came up with something. I like that. Even though I like Ferraris better than Lamborghini, but over 40, Lamborghini body, baby. So that's gonna be that's gonna be our motto. That's gonna be our motto. Let me see what time. What's the day? Saturday, July 18th, 6:38 p.m. I'm in Houston, Texas, Central Time. This is when I officially came up with that motto. So all my men over 40, hey, we creating Lamborghini bodies, baby. So yeah, follow me, Fit with Jay, for more fitness tips, motivation. Like I said, my gynecomastia surgery is in about 2 months. So follow my Lamborghini body journey, and I think you're going to learn a lot. You're going to get a lot out of being over here on this channel, special with mental health. I'm ADHD, take Adderall, Zoloft, deal with depression, suicidal ideation, been dealing with that for years, little bipolar. So I think this is a great men's channel and women's channel as well, because you know, if you are a married guy, a guy, and this is really not I don't really want to say like it's like a men's channel or a women's channel. It's just really a fitness / mental health awareness channel, because they both go hand in hand. But also education. This whole weekend I'm not going out, I'm not spending no money because of my surgery. I'm going to be down for 46 weeks. So I'm reading. Oh man. Yeah, I'm reading and making content. Sorry about that. This book this weekend. My Kindle is dead, but I'm going to read this book this weekend. And this book this weekend. And probably for a lot of men, probably one of the most important. You know, it's unfortunate. Only men really care about men problems. And that's okay. For me, I love it. It makes me rise to the occasion. And that's what I really want men to do. It's just rise to the occasion. Because as men, that's how we're built, and that's what we do. And for this country to really, it's already a great country. I mean, everything can always be better. I'm a veteran too. Shout out to all my veterans. But yes, men, we rise to the occasion. So that's what we doing over here. We creating Lamborghini bodies, and then we helping men rise to the occasion. Hey, I appreciate you spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed my video, and like, share, subscribe. Any ladies, if you need to motivate your husband, if you need to motivate your teenage son, your dad, whoever. Because like I said, it's not really, it's for females and males. You know, like everything I do is unisex because I really try to help everybody. Help women, you can understand men. I would love to have a good balance of male, female, and young and old. So, but I am 45, so clearly I get my tribe is going to be, well, no, I take that back. I don't like that word tribe. I'm going to speak to my age, let me say that. I'm going to speak to my age demographic. But all y'all is my tribe. So, yeah, we're not elitists. We're not sexist. I definitely want the women over here, for sure. But, yeah, we just here to elevate, lift the consciousness up. And like I said, when men rise to the occasion, the world is a lot better. Thank you.